We talked last night briefly about doing a short workshop. I don't know how we can get away with doing this, but the story was very interesting about something that was going on at the same time in two different places in Switzerland when you guys were putting together Awaken.
Yeah, I don't know if we're just going to jam this idea, but I thought about when we were going to do this show that Rick said, why don't we try Awaken? I started thinking about how it was constructed, and I remembered walking past a Holiday Inn room as we were on tour in those days, and Steve was playing this riff. And can you play it through? What key is it in?
It's in E minor.
E minor. About an hour later, I came past and he's still playing it. It was remarkable. So I said, have you tried it in a different key? So I did. What key's that?
Well, I mean, mainly the songs in that original
E minor.
key,
Oh, okay, good.
But then later in the song we play in B.
Okay. So we'll just do a couple of verses. I don't know if I can actually sing it, but I remembered.
Maybe Rick should do the beginning. That would be really.
Well, I was gonna get to that in a sec, but.
Okay. But you could get from. You want to do
No. I was just go. No, I can't go there.
Okay.
No, the idea was that we started with this riff. We'll just go through it in a sort of workshop way. We're not. That's how we got into that idea of doing the song as a verse, you know. And then we turned around. Alan would never stop. He'd just carry on playing. So I said, well, what we need is an introduction. So, Rick, why don't you work out an introduction? This is what he played.
Well, the introduction came from things that John and I had been doing. There was a church in Vevey. We were all sort of living there at the time. And John had just got hold of a Celtic harp. And we tuned, and I used to go to this church and play the organ, and John came up with the harp. We spent hours, didn't we?
Yeah.
Absolute hours. We used to sit around and just play away, and the sort of some of the themes that came from some of the fun that we didn't have anything planned. We used to sit there and play, didn't we?
Sure.
Just sit there and play. We had great fun, and we worked out that it would be nice to try and incorporate the organ, which we'll come on to later, within the whole piece. So what I did was, knowing what was going to happen organ-wise later, take some of the themes and ideas to use it as a sort of an introduction. So it was just a one take, I think, in the studio, wasn't it, Dan? Which was sort of only with the right notes, of course. Then finishing with which I lengthen now on the stage with and then Steve had the idea of creating this whole flowing sound, and the still came out, didn't it? I mean, this piece had everything, didn't it, by the time we'd even got to the beginning?
Yeah, but I'm not going to go and try and sing that high vibration part.
But another part
we could do low vibration.
Was
the next chord sequence. Low vibration. Oh.
When we got into this next bit,
the chord sequence was.
John and I were kicking around some idea. I said, I've got this idea about like a chord sequence that's got every major chord that you can play. You know, and that's how this one came. interesting, we also go to minor chords. And then to make it a little bit more interesting, instead of just rolling through the chords, John said, well, why don't we stop on this chord? And why don't we stop on that chord? So that's how we
And also, you should point out that the minor chords changed in different places, just to make life a little bit more interesting.
Let's just go through that section, if we can pick it up, just one round, and I'll come in with the Workings of Man section, which was this. I heard these chords, and I'm trying to think, how can I had to dance on top of the chords, because if I try to follow the chords, do my head in.
Yeah, you found a
I
sort
found
of another route.
sort of a early rap.
1, 2, 3.
Let's go through the chords. Set to fly out historical life, re-rigging in the flower of the fruit of his tree, whole awakening, whole restoring you, workings of man set to find out. Sorry, my fault, I went wrong there. I have to remember the words now. I got very carried away just singing it. One more time, I'll come in vocally. 1, 2, 3, 4. Workings of man set to fly out historical life, re-regain the flower of the fruit of his tree, whole awakening, whole restoring you, workings of man crying out from the fire, set aflame by his blindness to see that the warmth of his being, his promise for his seeing is reaching so clearly. Driven far from the path, re-released in an emission so that all is left for you, all is left for you, all is left for you, all is left for you. Oh, there it is. So the next step was, we got to that place where we're sort of up there, and okay, what do we do now? So totally different way of thinking. I've been playing my harp as Rick mentioned in the church with Rick, and we decided, well, what we were going to try is record me and Rick in the church, and 5 miles away, Steve, Alan, and Chris will be in the studio in Montreux, and we'll try and record this section together. So
this is 1976.
1976. They got very good phone lines there, don't they?
Well, they had the phone lines in Switzerland, which were already for, believe it or not, for nuclear attacks, because half of the mountains there are hollow, which is common knowledge, and that's going to be the centre in case there's a nuclear attack. So they had incredibly high quality cabling under the ground.
Yes, but low quality. They had to wind the telephones up.
So what we did, we tapped into it. We found that it was possible to do, and it was interesting. I noticed on a VH1 program recently there was some band sort of saying, "Hey, we did this great thing. We recorded down the telephone lines, and it's really unique." And I think we were doing that 20 years ago, and it was actually incredible. John and I sat in and we had the headphones on down the telephone lines, like, as I say, 25, 26 years ago, and Alan counted us in.
Yeah, I counted them in from 5 miles away. I was going,
no latency problems. It was absolutely a great feeling.
We'll just try a rendition of it.
Okay.
Well, can I just go 5 miles into another studio just to feel really...
Is that okay? Do you want to try it?
Yeah.
I'll just have a quick... Sorry, excuse me, I'm going to have a drink of water.
Mm.
Oh.
That's vodka.
Oh, I feel... Oh, yes.